crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Okay. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the people's channel. Home of the BitSquad, largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. Cryptos was at one time a crypto sock company. I don't know if it still is, but that was a great name for a sock company. Guys, my name is Ben. Come to you live every single day. Late. I'm late every day. Just so you know, every single day I will be late. If you've not figured that out yet by watching this show, then I don't know what to tell you. I see people in the chat saying, oh, he's late again. Of course I'm late. Every single day. That's my MO. That's my modus operandi. Okay?
Usually we're within 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, guys, people are saying at 11:29.
Yeah.
You don't even know I'm going to be late. Unless you do, because you know I'll be late every day. Come to you live every single day, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is Friday, August the 12th. It's not 12th. 12th. That's right. 75 degrees here in the BitBoy Crypto Studio. Oh, nice in here. Guys, who enjoyed having Richard Hart here yesterday? That was so fun. So he was in the United States, which, by the way, he was in the United States. Everybody said he couldn't come, and yet here he is. Yes, I messaged him on Twitter. I said, I heard you're in the United States. You know, where are you at? You want to come by? He was actually pretty close. I don't want to say where he was. Maybe he said. But he was pretty close, not too far. So, you know, I've been wanting to hang out with him for a while. And obviously, we got to do it yesterday. I thought we ended up doing it wherever he lives, which he wouldn't even tell me where he lives. He would not tell even me where he lives. Nobody knows where Richard Hart lives.
He would just say Europe.
He's at Europe. Yeah, for sure. So anyways, we had a good time. We went out for lunch yesterday. We will be doing a sample portfolio video tonight. You will get to see that. We're going to make some moves today and see what we can do on that. But what I would say is that, yeah, fun. We went to the weekend concert last night. It's kind of ironic. It was on a weekday. It's on a Thursday. You know, we have a suite at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So the BitBoy Crypto Suite went. Richard and his friend came. And how many people we had? 22 people there?
22.
22.
Yeah, packed house.
Yeah, packed house. The suite holds 60 of those last night. Had a great time. It was a great concert.
It was good.
I know.
It was fun.
I had to leave a little early because we had a babysitter. But, yeah, the weekend put on a pretty good show. The lights were amazing. Everything was cool. Yeah. So got to do that. So he was just on the Wolf of Wall Street show. Richard Hart was? What? Oh, I don't know if that's what he's talking about or not.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of comments. I was wondering if you noticed this. The way he was talking, very different. And
yeah,
I think
very slow and calm.
Well,
yeah.
It was a lot more maybe country or not correct grammar so much. And I was like, oh, he did say where he was or where his mom was at least. So
yeah,
I think it's like you're
Southern boy.
Yeah, you're back home. That accent comes back. It's funny.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't have better seats at concert. That's our suite. You don't get better than a suite. I mean, I had floor seats. I gave them up. Yeah. So people love to say that. They see the Falcons game. They're like, oh, your seats are so high up. Yeah. We're literally in the middle, like right above the lower level, and they're awesome freaking seats. But you know what's even better? There's AC and there's food and there's a refrigerator and we get to chill. So
that's that happened on Twitter too. You know, Gainsey had a tweet like that, and everybody's like, "Oh, horrible seats. Hope your nose isn't bleeding up there." And you can tell the people that go to suites and the people that don't. Yeah, that's basically what I'll say.
Well, look, the suites are a different. Look, when I go to Falcons game, like there's a part of me that would prefer to be, you know, with the people watching the game in the middle. Like it is kind of a better watching experience. It's very distracting this week because you got so much going on. But I'll take the trade off all day, every day. So
in concerts, there's no better. Like it took him forever to come out. Yeah, you know. So if you're sitting there doing nothing for an hour, it's great to be able to get up, go right to the bathroom, all that kind of stuff. Get your food. So anyway.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on. Let's get the show started here. First, let's check out the Twitter's verse here. We've got on Twitter, I've got 872.7K followers. I guess we can unpin this actually because this is over. I need to start putting some stuff for our next meetup, which will be
who knows?
I doing one at Rare Bloom, but you have a ticket to Rare Bloom in Colorado. We'll be putting more stuff out about that early next week. I think we were going to do one in Charlotte, but I think I need to talk to Holly. I want to push it. It makes more sense to do that, I think, when we do the book tour. We're gonna do a book tour. Go to
Nice.
all kinds of cities. Doesn't that make more sense?
Yeah.
When it's only a few months later.
Mhm.
So we'll probably be doing a book tour. A lot of cities will have, ready for that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So we'll do one in Colorado, and then we'll do that one. Here's us at the concert last night. Here's Richard. He went out and bought some Burberry. Look at this.
Yeah.
3,000 likes on this.
Wow.
3,000. People love the bromance. They love the bromance for sure. They do that. Somebody said I couldn't afford shoes. I got some Burberry slides. We should have switched. He should have had the Burberry slides on. So, all right. Moving on here. Don't forget to check out bitboycrypto.com. You guys can get access to reviews. We got we're having a FEMEX video, trading video coming out very soon. You guys know we are doing trading right now. If you want to check out, we'll drop the link here in a bit when Frank comes on. But we are doing some trading. I have not traded in several days because basically the last two really good setups, I was at the conference and I missed it. I think one was while I was asleep, which sucked because that one would have been a killer trade. So I'm going to be on the lookout for some new trades coming here pretty soon. All right, we got 20,553 cryptos, and look at this, 507 exchanges. Did you see that Hotbit is pretty much toast now?
I had heard last one I heard was Hodl, but yeah.
Yeah. I believe Hotbit is cashed out. Apparently, according to some stuff that I read, it was in a group, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's
a thing to do.
Volume or market cap 1.45 trillion. 24-hour volume 67 billion. Bitcoin. Look at this. This is freaking incredible. This is incredible what we're seeing right now. Ethereum is now over 50% of Bitcoin. I think that's the first time that's happened in a long time. Let's see what let's actually look here. So Bitcoin was at 41. The low was 40.08. Bitcoin dominance is at the low for the last 4 years in a bear market.
Right.
The low in the last 4 years. A lot of people are telling you it's going to be the opposite. A lot of people were telling you that prices are going to go up, or the Bitcoin dominance was going to go up very high. That's what we've seen traditionally. We're not seeing it. Why? ETH merge. I've been telling you, you cannot overstate the importance of this merge. Hotbit withdrawals and trading closed. One of the executives on the team investigated for illegal activities. Okay, well, there you go. Thank you for that information. And now I believe ETH is at 21.33 is the high for ETH dominance. So we are about 1% from ticking up. I don't know the last time that. So this here, you had Ethereum at one time was at 31% and Bitcoin was at 38% over the summer of 2017. So that's the closest it's ever been. I mean, look at these numbers. This is so outrageous here. Look at the market cap. I will tell you this. This is the first time since I've been doing this live show, which we started in January of 2021. It's the first time that Ethereum is over 50% of Bitcoin's market cap. I'm almost positive of that. Bitcoin, 457K. Ethereum now 231K. This is absolutely insane what we're seeing right now.
Nice.
And I expect it to continue. You want me to answer that?
I grabbed it for the end.
Okay. Super chat. We got you on the Q&A at the end. Okay. Binance Coin also, not having that great of a day. Maybe later. Get out of my face. XRP down, Cardano down. So we'll check out the 24 hours. Huobi token is up. OKB token is up. Those are both exchange tokens. Told you guys, exchange tokens do pretty well in a bear market. Chainlinks, Celsius. Did you see Celsius pump like 250% or something?
We covered it when it was happening. It's a short squeeze, basically.
Absolutely.
Wall Street bets. People got it.
Yeah,
supposedly.
Okay. Pretty crazy. Stay away from that, obviously, at all costs. And I tell you, I need to get Simon Dixon back on the show.
Yeah.
You guys need to understand something that's potentially happening. People don't know about this really. Have you heard of this? A clawback?
You mentioned it the other day.
Yeah. According to an attorney that Wendy spoke to, said there's about a 60% chance, more than a 50% chance, basically, that this is going to happen. What a clawback is, okay? This is where a company goes through Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and they actually send letters out to anyone that withdrew funds 90 days before the bankruptcy was filed, you're supposed to send it back. They want you, if you withdrew your money the week before bankrupt or the week before assets were frozen on Celsius, they might actually send you a letter asking for you to send that money back. That is insane. It's a real thing. I'm not trying to worry you if you did that. This is where, like, you know, we're not affected because we were so dumb we didn't withdraw the money. But if you did withdraw the money, there could be some implications from that. Now, what I would say is this. Celsius will get another $1 of mine over my dead body. Like, that would not happen. They would have to take me to, you know, federal debtors prison. They have to take my house away to, you know, get money back from me. And so some people, you know, they play by the rules. You know, some people, they feel like somebody sends them a letter, they need to send the money back in, whatever. Well, for me, that's not happening. So I don't always play by the rules. I don't know if you guys know that. I am my mom used to say when I was a kid, I loved to buck the system.
Yeah.
She'd always
Trailblazer.
say, you're just bucking the system. I like to buck the system. So I wouldn't be playing ball with that, even if they sent me a letter. And I would suggest you don't either. Let's hope that something happens in the meantime and that does not occur, because that would really suck, you know, for them to kind of do that. But obviously, you guys need to understand that is a potential. It is possible. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and bring Frank on real quick. Frank, you want to come talk about some stuff? Do you have the Lux Algo link in here now? Do we have that?
I will double check on it. It should be ready though.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. Awesome. So we don't have the link, but if you guys want to save some money on Lux Algo, a new indicator that we're checking out and absolutely love, you could use BitBoy20, I believe, is the discount code to get 20% off, I believe. So, guys, we got some really interesting stuff here to look at today. Now, we have some more bullish stuff on the lower time frames, as well as some more bearish things happening on the higher time frames that you don't want to ignore. So we're going to take a look at both. So let's go ahead and jump right into the charts here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to turn Lux Algo off for now and pull up my own chart here so we get all the juicy levels. And like I said, the lower time frames are showing a little bit more, you know, we're getting some bullish divergences popping up. So we're going to take a look at that. And then again, some bearish stuff on the higher time frames that you don't want to ignore. I know, you know, if these higher term time frames do wind up playing out, they could take time. So if we pump, just realize you want to keep an eye on these things. The longer time frames do take a little bit longer to play out. But a lot of times, you know, we'll call something bearish on the higher time frames. We get a little pump. Everyone's like, what the heck? You said it was going down. Now we're going up. But you just got to let them play out. And then eventually it plays out in a big way. One of the biggest examples of that would be the weekly blood diamond when we first saw it. Yeah. We were telling people, guys, bear market is probably here. And everybody called us crazy. But then if you go back to that weekly chart, it's pretty intense. You get the blood diamond, and then we just poured red candles. And we have just continuously come down. But taking a look at the charts here, guys, I'm going to start on the lower time frames, kind of break down what you guys, what we're looking at here. Now, looking at the 30-minute, as you can see right here, I'll zoom in on this. You do have a low on your momentum wave with a higher low on your next momentum wave, making that upward. You can see momentum coming to the upside, and then you have your price making a low and then a lower low. And we are seeing this bullish div play out, right? So we are coming up just a little bit, coming up to this resistance level at about $24,000. Now, this is probably going to be the main level that I am watching. Now, obviously, we do have this golden box, as we've talked about. This golden box and even this spider line, this golden box, once we break out of this box, I think this is where we get our big move. So if we can get Bitcoin to break out, if you guys watch the stream, we've been talking about this for a while. If we could get out of this box, I think that's where you see the big move up to about 28K, 28 to 30K. That's kind of what everybody's looking at. But we need to get out of this gold box, right? This is the main resistance. Obviously, we got a harsh rejection off of this spider line. Funny story. I actually shorted. We had a 15-minute bearish divergence here. As you can see, you have your high, your higher high, and then you have your high and your lower high here under momentum waves. Played out beautifully. We also yesterday had a 4-hour bearish divergence, which I was calling, I was pointing out on my live stream last night on my channel, which has actually played out pretty well. You can see Again, high, higher high, high, lower high, and then boom, you come down. These bearish and bullish divergences are one of my favorite things to look at when I'm trying to get into trades. I was actually explaining this to J Chains from Meta Money. I know they're doing a little bit of trading, and I was kind of showing them good ways to get in and out of trades. And I pointed out these divergences, and I drew an arrow of what I thought was going to happen, and I sent him a before and after picture with some crystal balls, and he was like, "Whoa!" But it's very simple, right? These are very easy to spot. And obviously, they do play out. Last night, unfortunately, I did move my stop loss into profit. I mean, not unfortunately, but I moved my stop loss into profit as I was falling asleep last night when we got back from the weekend concert. And I woke up and I got stopped out in profit, and then price continued to come down. So it was a winning trade. I got stopped out in profit, but I did miss out on a little bit of extra gains because we did come back down. But that's the importance of, once you get into profit, move your stop loss to your entry point, right? Start off by, once you get into profit, move your stop loss to your entry point. Now you're in a risk-free trade, right? Maybe you took a little money off the table, so it's automatically a winning trade. But once you move that stop loss to your entry, it's a risk-free trade. If you keep coming down or up, depending on if you're longing or shorting, you're just stacking the money. And if you get stopped out, you're either breaking even or, having zero loss, or you get stopped out like I did last night in profit and you make money. So it's like I felt like I lost the trade, but I really won the trade. But this is kind of how you can spot this. And like I said, we were pointing this out in the Discord and on my live stream last night. So nice move to the downside. Now, some of the more bearish stuff, like I said, money flow on the lower time frames is coming up a little bit. We are getting that bullish divergence on the 30-minute, which is confirmed and starting to play out here. But on the higher time frames, we do have some stuff to take a look at. Now, on the daily chart, we have the money flow crossover into the green, which is generally bullish. The one thing you want to watch out for in a bear market, and this is, I'm not going to get into the whole have we already bottomed or not. I just made a video about that on my channel, kind of explaining the possibility of us actually hitting the bear market bottom right here. But I'm not going to get into that. But in a bear market, you want to just be careful because sometimes when you get these money flow crossovers on the daily, they can just roll back over and you just get like a little green wave and then you come back into a deeper red wave. Obviously, that's the big thing that's up for debate right now. Are we going higher? Are we going to reject to come lower? And the one bearish thing we do have popping up here is you do have your VWAP on Market Cipher B coming to the downside, right? So if this comes down and prints a red dot, we will be printing a bearish divergence here on the daily time frame, which would be pretty bearish in my opinion. I think it could bring us down a lot. Now, to add a little bit of insult to injury, I always talk about this. Sometimes your lower time frames, the things you see pop up on your lower time frames, can leak into your higher time frames. And if you come down, pretty close to the daily time frame, the 12-hour and the 16-hour, you can see here the 12-hour is printing the 16-hour. Yeah, the 16 and the 12-hour are printing bearish divergences. These are pretty big bear divs. You can see here, I'll just draw a trend line. Obviously, your momentum is coming out. You could do this with the RSI as well, and you are making higher highs on your price. So you have an upward trending line here, a downward trending line here. That is a bearish divergence. And they are typically pretty bearish. The last time we did have one was right here. You could see you had a high, a low, and then a high and a higher high. And we came down, I believe this was about 5% or so. Okay, I guess closer to 8%, depending if you're going wick to wick or body to body. But you can see this brings us down a decent bit. So if we saw that one, if we see this one that we're printing now play out similar to that, maybe we come down, maybe down to this level here at about 22,985. We do have a spider line down here coming in at about 22,287, which would act as some pretty strong support, but this is pretty bearish, right? 16-hour and 12-hour bear divs, pretty bearish. We do have a super chat from Buckslayer. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Says, let's say this bear market, we get a double bottom. Will it be at the candle body or wick of the June low? Also, good luck on your hunt. I will be using for Ben.
Yeah, that's for Ben.
Yeah, I will be using the next bull market profits to go for a Yukon moose hunt. Oh, awesome. Yeah, hopefully Ben could come back with a big old bear. That's what we do here at BitBoy Crypto. We just go hunt those bears and we bring them back and we hang them up in the office.
That would be pretty ironic if we can kill a bear, literally end the bear market.
How amazing would that be? It's like the best trophy for crypto people.
Exactly.
Just hang up those bears. But thank you for the $10 super chat. So this is pretty bearish, guys. 16-hour bear div, 12-hour bear div, looking pretty bearish. And then that daily red dot looking to print. And once that happens, you'll have a daily bearish divergence, which also could be pretty bearish. Now, with that being said, I know there is a lot of bearish stuff popping up on the longer time frames, which could be very strong. But one thing I do want to say, and I know people are probably going to come at us in the comments, you said it could go up, it could go down. We're at a point right now where we are seeing pretty strong uptrends, right? It seems like Bitcoin wants to break out. We're seeing Ethereum move. We're seeing some of the alts start to move. The market is heating up. I will say this. You want to be careful when you're in an uptrend like this. The bearish setups don't play out as well. Just like the bullish setups sometimes don't play out as well in a bear market. We are in a pretty strong uptrend right now. Things are getting hot. You get the money flow crossover on the daily. So you just want to, I said this in my Discord, if you are shorting, if you are putting shorts in, you want to make sure you're locking in gains early and moving that stop loss to at least your entry point to protect yourself, right? And then again, if you get stopped out, you get stopped out in profit or at zero loss. And if the trade goes your way, you just trail your stop loss up and you could turn that little scalp into more of a swing trade. But you don't want to ignore these bearish signs popping up on the medium to longer time frames. Now, to zoom in and just give you guys some actual levels to watch, let's just zoom into the 15-minute here. Now, again, some key levels to watch is going to be this 24K level that we are battling right now. We want to hop above that. And then the main goal, if we could flip this 24K into support again and continue higher, we want to get into this gold box. And again, I said this before, once we get out of that gold box, that's when the party, in my opinion, will start. And this is probably going to be your a big level of resistance, this spider line here. And if we zoom out, let me go to a higher time frame just to kind of show you guys. If you're out there trading, you can kind of see we have been basically respecting these spider lines. We got clear rejections right up here, clear rejection here, clear rejection here. And then we're getting support here. We had support here, support here. Obviously, we broke down and then came back into this range. But right now, we're kind of in the middle of this range, right? And even if you just, I could remove all these drawings and you can just kind of see, right? You could kind of see, you get respect here, respect here, respect here. All these levels are respected. You could go ahead and, let me grab my horizontal line tool. You can go ahead, or we could use array. And you can just see, you're generally getting respected at this level, and you're generally have a decent amount of respect around this level. Now, you want to realize, you want to short the highs and long the lows, right? We're kind of, we're somewhat in the middle here, right? We already started our move down. So in my opinion, I would wait for price to come down to, let me get my other lines back. We're kind of in the middle of this range, right? Not in the middle, but, getting towards the middle. You don't want to, I don't typically like to trade in the middle of the range. I like to wait until we are screaming into resistance or slamming down into support to get into a trade. Typically, if you're trying to get into a trade in the middle of a range, you could get chopped up pretty bad. So some main levels to watch here. Again, 24K going to be a really, really strong level. We are currently on the lower time frames. Here you go. We are holding another important level. This daily level right here. At about 23,851. We are holding that, which is bullish. You can see that we were banging our head on this level for quite some time before we popped up and started testing 24K. So if we could hold this daily level and crack 24K and work our way back into this gold box, I would be feeling generally pretty good for the short term until we get up to this spider line to see if we can, if we're going to get another rejection, another harsh rejection off of this. But these are the levels to watch. 24K, the daily level at 23,851. And then, until we get above all these levels strongly, that gold box is really what I am looking for.
Let me ask you this real quick. We got a super chat from our new friends in Canada.
Ooh.
ETH price dump after the merge or altcoin bull run. What do you think? Price dump or run?
So it could be, but these things you want to be careful about, buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing.
Right.
But I have a hard, the thing is the timing for me. I have a hard time believing that this ETH merge is going to do nothing to the price. But the question is, are we going to see the price go up and kind of get, is that news going to get baked in before the merge, right? So I would say, I think we will get positive price action.
It's a tough question.
It is a tough question. Yeah, because you expect it to dump when it happens just because of the, buy the rumor, sell the news.
Exactly. And that's what I would say. I agree with you there. I think it's going to pump into the merge, dump after the merge. That being said, obviously the merge, nothing like this has ever happened before.
Right.
But if you do compare, say, I think we saw similarly with the Cardano hard fork, especially in the bull run. We got a big run up leading up to it. And then everybody says, oh, we're going to take off after this. And it just kind of fell back down a little bit. And I tend to believe we're going to see a lot. We'll get into it a little bit later, the September 14th, 15th date. They have set the date. They've moved it up. It's a big deal. Looks like it's going to work well. It's long-term macro, very bullish. But I think generally we're going to see a lot of chaos right around the time that happens from a lot of factors, macro factors, political factors, on-chain factors. So I tend to agree with you. We're going to see, by the rumor, we're pumping into it right now, in my opinion. Could come back down, but how quick does it bounce? That's the question.
Yeah, and I was actually just gonna say that obviously we've seen Ethereum absolutely rip. We've been talking, I've been talking constantly about how Bitcoin is kind of still stuck in its range and hasn't ripped up to that 28 to 30K level. This previous area of consolidation, we're still stuck down here. Haven't gotten that big move up here. But when you look at Ethereum, obviously Ethereum's been the market leader. This thing was stuck down here. Boom, we came right up to that previous area consolidation. So, is that, we are seeing ETH start to pump. We're seeing a lot of the altcoins start to go crazy. So, maybe we're in the middle of it right now. Definitely possible. Now, I do want to bring up the DXY really quickly here because, anybody who's new, I know a lot of people probably watch this show all the time, but anybody who's new, you want to keep an eye on other factors. You kind of want to get this multi-dimensional view of the market, just so you're not only looking at Bitcoin to try to predict the prices, because there's other things that affect Bitcoin that have charts that you can look at and get some really good information. Now, we looked at this, I believe, yesterday on my stream, and then the day before yesterday on this stream. The DXY, we do have that weekly bearish divergence. If you guys watch a lot, you will know we've been looking at this. Now, this is a pretty bearish for the DXY, which would be bullish for Bitcoin. But yesterday on my stream, I was talking about how we came to the bottom of this channel, right? And we had found support here many times in the past, and we are now completely broken out of this range. And literally, as we speak here on the 1 hour, we are bearishly retesting this channel. So the question is the DXY going to break back into this channel and continue upward, or are we going to get a bearish rejection here and come lower, and we're going to see Bitcoin and crypto come up? Now, we can kind of try to use Market Cipher B to try to predict what's going to happen here. 4-hour money flow on the DXY is coming up, which would indicate that we could potentially pop back into this channel, which would be bearish for Bitcoin. But you want to give it time, right? Because we could bearishly retest this and get a harsh rejection. But the fact that we're seeing money flow come up here on the 4-hour would make me think that this thing could come up a little bit. But let's look at the daily here. The daily looking much better for Bitcoin when you're looking at the DXY, because look at the money flow just absolutely leaving on the daily, looking to cross over into the red. So I would put more weight on this daily money flow rather than the 4-hour.
And I think the number one indicator for the DXY obviously becomes the rate hikes. And, as long as they're raising rates, that's going to strengthen the dollar. Then they come out with the Inflation Reduction Act. We're going to print millions and billions of more dollars. That's going to obviously be bad for the dollar. So then they come back and hike again. You could see it climb back up. So absolutely, I would say keep a very close eye on the FOMC stuff when it comes to the DXY.
Yeah, and speaking of having a multi-dimensional view of the market, you're looking at Bitcoin, you're looking at Ethereum, you're looking at the market leaders in crypto, you're looking at the stock market, you're looking at the DXY. Also realizing that things like the DXY can be affected by everything TJ was just talking about. So you just kind of want to have an all-encompassing view on these markets, because there's a lot of things that affect them. But I would say just the fact that we are broken out of that channel, this would be generally bullish for Bitcoin with the money flow coming out on the daily. And I think that's all I got. Back to Ben. Bing bong.
They said Bitcoin just binging and bonging through that channel
Binging
is
and
what they
bonging.
said.
Binging and bonging. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I do remember. That was a trend on TikTok. It went away, and we're still saying bing bong.
Yeah.
Maybe something new, Frank. Maybe you do a twerk video or something every time you go off. They're real disappointed we didn't twerk yesterday. I'm not going to twerk.
I called
Guys,
it.
I'm just not going
I
to
knew
do
that's
it.
what they wanted.
I know it's what they wanted, but guys, you want me to do a lot of things. I got some boundaries. You got on our vlog a couple weeks ago. You got like a real authentic, organic twerk from me. You might get an organic twerk. I ain't got twerk for dollars. Okay.
Twitter buzz. Let's keep it moving.
Twitter buzz.
Oh, you gotta hear the music.
Oh, there is music?
It is. It's really good.
Oh, let me.
Well, okay.
Yeah, replay. Hold on. Replay it.
Oh, shit.
Can you
Now
do
I
it?
did it. Hit the wrong button. All right, you ready?
Oh, God. It's not even plugged up. This is stupid. No, I'm not doing
All right,
this.
we'll
All
do
right,
it
let's go.
again. You
Keep it
weren't
moving,
here.
like you said.
Yeah.
I was once a Bitcoin maxi, 2013 and 2017. Glad I saw the light after reading ETH white paper. I expect maxis to continue to move goalposts as we approach the flippening. Good morning. Happy Friday. I don't do GM tweets, just so y'all know. Guys, here's the thing. This is happening. Flippening is happening. I mean, do you see the numbers?
Yeah.
Bitcoin is not doing what it normally does in a bear market. Bitcoin dominance-wise. It's actually going the opposite direction. It's almost like I've been telling you that this ETH merge is a once-in-a-lifetime event. It's going to have a dramatic impact on the market. We're seeing it right now. This is what you're seeing. I think they confirmed that September 15th or the 19th or something like that.
14th through the 15th. We're
14th
gonna
through
get
the
it in just a
15th.
bit. Yeah,
Wow.
it's coming soon.
So continue to watch it. First of all, there's no reason to be a Bitcoin maxi. It was easy to be a Bitcoin maxi in 2013.
Yeah.
Real easy. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's been an interesting turn recently, for sure, on that.
JP Morgan gold goons now convicted for manipulating the precious metals market for years. But Federal Reserve has been manipulating interest rates to blow huge asset bubbles for years, and insiders have been getting rich off of it. Silence. Guys, obviously when it comes to insider trading, it's rampant by the government for sure. You guys can check out Nancy Pelosi's portfolio, of course. You can also check the net worth of a politician who goes into a very low-paying public service job and comes out millionaires. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, some of you guys go in, maybe a millionaire come out, maybe $1 million come out 12 million after 4 years being in the Senate, 8 years. Or I guess they do 6-year terms in the Senate.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Maybe not. It's 2 years for Congress, I think. But anyways, the point is, it's rampant. I wouldn't say that the Fed has been, the problem is not the Fed adjusting interest rates. That's its job. It's supposed to do that. And they've been doing it to manage the bubbles that have been created. That's why all this debt and things like that. So that's not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is when insiders use that to take advantage. So, all right, next one. Our simple, humble request to be regulated by people who aren't criminals. That's the library.
Yeah.
Who are they talking about? They're talking about the SEC guys. We talked about this thoroughly last week. We are definitely seeing a lot of movement, a lot of moving parts when it comes to the SEC. I believe it will be disbanded. I've actually got a call today with a guy. We're going to be talking about plans going forward. Guys, I'll tell you this. There is an actionable plan that I actually may be part of to get somebody else in charge. That's what I'll say. Basically, we got some good players. We got some bad players. All the bad players are on the SEC. I can't say everybody at the CFTC is positive. I think, from what I see, it seems to be pretty good, at least at this point. A lot of these people at the SEC or the CFTC have challenged the SEC. Look for the CFTC to be developing a plan to take things over from the SEC. And it's something that will be good for crypto. Not just taking it away from the SEC, but what's coming down the pipeline. When it comes to regulation, it is a good thing for crypto. So definitely watch that. No, I'm not Cuban. It's not. I'm probably not even allowed to say that. Yeah. I mean, what I told you guys that we were, that we teased a bunch of stuff, and then you guys see we have the Financial Education and Inclusion Act 2022 in California. We're pushing. I'm a sponsor and the author of that bill. We got a lot more bills coming, guys. We're out here actually doing things. So no, it's, we don't do things for clicks. We don't do things to get our pats on the back, even though I did enjoy watching Richard pat himself on the back yesterday.
Yeah.
But we do things because we care about this community. And when I go to a place like Canada and have a meetup, and so many people show up for our Toronto meetup up there, and it's just a reminder, guys, like, we are the strongest community in crypto by a considerable margin. This isn't just about money for us. Like, yeah, money's great. Let's all make money. And if you haven't been to a place where you make money yet, then just stick around. You're going to be there. That stuff's going to come. We want to impact change. We want to challenge the power sources in the world that are running things. We want to challenge that. And I'm not scared to do it. I don't know. I'm not really scared of anything. It might be one of my biggest flaws. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. All right, guys, let's move on here. Yeah, we were in Toronto this week, Futures Conference. So good stuff. Let's see, Frank already talked about charts, Coinbase issues, Q3 warning, a number of traders with diamond hands. What did it say? Coinbase is predicting the downward trend recorded in the crypto market in the second quarter is likely to continue in the third quarter. What month is it now? August?
Mm-hmm.
So July, August. I mean, there's only another month and a half. So,
Right.
Which is interesting though, because the prices have been up this month. So, they are telling you that they do expect another downswing. Will we get another opportunity to get ETH around 1K, or has the boat sunk like Gensler's integrity? Guys, what I would say is this: we still expect more downward action, but doesn't mean it's going to happen. You should be already accumulating on some level. So, in case you're wrong, in case we're wrong, in case everybody's wrong, I still believe we get one more push down. Yeah. That's what this article is telling you. Let's see. We're seeing a similar thing at Coinbase, yada, yada, yada. All right, top story here. DXY Breakdown. Has the dollar index completed its uptrend?
That's what Frank was just looking at.
Yeah. What did he say?
It was out of the it had broken down out of this upward channel, and obviously that bodes well for prices going up. I think that has a lot to do with the money that just got printed, obviously, and the the space between the Fed meetings. So I think it makes sense to see it move down now, another rate hike, and then it goes right back up, in my opinion.
Can you move that up over there a little bit?
Yeah.
The People's Channel. That's manipulation, people. Dude needs community to keep you hooked. That's interesting. What in the world did those things have to do with each other? Obviously. And I tell people this all the time. If you come up to me and talk to me in public, I cannot wait to talk to you. Every person who comes to a meetup that does pictures, I speak with every single one of them. Why? This is for the people. That is why we do what we do here. You don't think it'd be easy for me to retire? I'd retire. I get rid of this building. I can quit. I don't have to take all the hate from people. I don't have to take all the constant berating that I get all across social media, all across the media. I do this for the people. And I will always do this for the people. And if you want to say that's manipulation, obviously, yeah, sure, great. I need a community or else the channel doesn't go anywhere.
Well, here's newsflash. Humans need community.
Oh my gosh, it's almost like we were designed that way.
Yeah.
Almost. So people come in here and talk trash like that. It really just shows these people are at a miserable point in their life where all they can do is come throw darts. And that sucks for you as a person. I really genuinely feel bad for you if that's what you do, is create an account. I want you guys to think for a second. I want you to think. How pathetic is someone's life if that's what they enjoy? They literally go to YouTube. I want you to think of all the work this takes. They literally go to YouTube. They have to create a new Gmail account so they can have a new username once they get blocked. And then they have to come to YouTube, get an account on YouTube just to be able to come here and say troll stupid comments. Like, think about how small, pitiful, and pathetic someone's life is if that's what they enjoy. And not only that, think about how long it takes to do that. First of all, they got to watch the show to make the comments. Think about how much time someone spends doing this when they could actually be doing something productive. Like, that is really sad, and it's really pathetic, and it's really pitiful. And I really feel sorry for those people. And they never have why do they not have a picture for their profile?
Because they just made it.
Because they just made it, guys. They just made it. That's why they're all freaking purple L's or whatever. Well, those people take L's in every color. But purple L's, green L, whatever it is, that's how pathetic these people's lives are. The people that are in this community, we do things. We make change. And that pisses people off. I was listening to, God, what song was this? It was The Game and 50 Cent. You guys know that?
Yeah.
Was it This Is How We Do? Or no, it was the other one. I can't remember how it goes. But it says, there's a part where it says, I'm Rap's MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Yeah.
Guys, if you don't like me, I'm sorry, you better get to know me, because we're going to be around for a long time. You're going to be seeing me in your nightmares for years to come. Yesterday, we had a CNBC article or a video came out. Did you see that?
I did. Yeah.
Did you actually end up watching it?
I read part of it, but I didn't watch the video clip or anything.
So the point here is this. They put out a video yesterday. They came in interviews for 2 hours in the studio. And I kind of thought it was going to be a hit piece. I thought they were going to hit piece me, honestly. Washington Post hit piece me. They tried. They failed miserably, Everyone who comes and tries to hit piece me, they come and they watch what we do here and they talk to my employees and they realize that's probably not the best idea because we're doing good stuff. The whole point of the article ended up being we stopped doing sponsored content. We won't do sponsored content going forward. We do have some affiliate things that we do, but we're trying to clean up crypto. It doesn't mean people that do sponsor stuff is bad. I just want to be able to be unbiased and tell you exactly what I think. We use zero sponsored content on the channel. That is why we're totally unbiased here. One of the only channels that can say that. There are others. We're not the only one. But so I thought it turned out to be a really great article. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. They came here to my studio. I don't have the link for it, but they're supposed to send it. I didn't get it from them. But it was a really positive thing, I think. I think a lot of people that watch that, they might have read the title and saw my picture and been like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But then if you actually watch it, I mean, you see what we do and you see what we care about. So,
by the way, while you were out, Buckslayer 4x4.
No, let's not.
No, he said good luck on the hunt. He's going on a moose Yukon hunt.
Oh, he is?
Next bull market.
Oh, nice.
So he was saying,
well,
congratulations.
I planned this in the bull market.
And then he roasted you.
Yeah,
later, so we don't have to.
We're going to leave that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we do have the moose grizzly bear combo hunt in September coming up. So y'all are going to miss me.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hoping that's the end. That's the bottom. You kill the bear and we're done.
That's it. That's how it's going to be. And you guarantee that bear's going to be right here. Right here. Right there. Inflation is spiking around the world, not just in the U.S. You guys don't forget to smash the like button. Number one thing you can do as a member of the BitSquad.
Speaking of community.
Yep. Speaking of community. Annual inflation in Germany and the UK, countries with comparable economies, ran nearly as high, 7.5% and 8.2%, respectively, for the 12 months ending in June 2022. In Spain, inflation has hit 10%. Inflation rising around the world. Guys, it's not just here. Now, and this is really important as you kind of understand the love load banks. This is you understand why the DXY is going up. And meanwhile, while everything else, the markets are struggling, you're like, why is that? Well, it's because inflation around the world is going crazy. And if it was only us, we'd be in trouble.
And that's because all the other currencies are based on the dollar. So when inflation hits on the dollar, everybody else is feeling it 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x.
Yep. So this shows every 6 months the difference. Of course, you see when this started. It's almost like when you print money, it's like it goes up, the inflation. Like you would think that would make any sense, right? Because if you've got $10 and then you double it and you have $20 in an economy, it shouldn't affect the prices, right?
Yeah, right. Why not?
Why would that?
It's almost like supply and demand 101.
It's almost like it's a thing. Wow, amazing. When the pandemic began, demand for computers and other high-tech goods soared. Let's see here. Many businesses either fired or furloughed large numbers of workers in 2020. Governments began to relax restrictions related to the pandemic. Many employers found that significant numbers of their former workers were unwilling to work. Russia's war on Ukraine, which began on February 24, 2022, has exacerbated inflation by interfering with the global supply of fuel and grains.
I have a hard time with this. Most of the money that was printed that caused the inflation we're actually feeling right now happened right at the end of 2019 and going into 2020. Before any of this happened, then it all happened and it became a very convenient excuse.
Yeah, exactly. So insane. The way the Fed works. It's transitory.
Yeah.
Inflation's not going to be bad. I expect inflation to go back up this month. When we get the CPI numbers, not a lot. It could be 8.6, 8.7. I'm just not sure that we've seen the pendulum swing all the way back yet. It's swinging the other way for sure. But I would expect there's enough room between 8.5 and 9.1 to where we could have a slight increase. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it kind of would be in a sense because people would be like, oh, no, it's going back the other way. I mean, that's a big swing, what we just saw down to 8.6. So, to 8.5, right? from 9.1. Now, if that happens, I still believe we're shaping up for November to be a bottom. I still believe that. Midterm elections, we usually see the bottom after that. I think we're still going to see that. And if we got 1 month where it ticked back up, that would support that. Another month of crazy action before we start, heading back down. Guys, it's September next month. September, October, November. If we have not hit the bottom yet, we are getting very close to it. Definitely something to watch out for. Date of Ethereum merge has been revealed. Ethereum is expected to transition to finally. Ethereum is expected to finally transition to the proof of stake consensus algorithm on September 15th. First, Beacon Chain will have to activate the Bellatrix upgrade, which is now expected to take place on September 6th. Last month, Vitalik said Ethereum would only be 55% complete after the merge. Of course, you got the surge, the verge, the nurge, the wurge, the splurge, all the urges.
Yeah.
Tony D, shout out from the Candle Mafia. That's right. You guys make sure to check out Frankie Candles. He's crushing it right now on his channel. So if you guys want to go see that.
So the big news on that date, obviously, they did that test. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
The Gurley test?
I believe, where they ran basically a test version of the merge. Everything went well as expected. That's when we saw the Ethereum price pump immediately after. So now they've officially set the date. Most of it will happen between the day of the 14th and the 15th.
Yeah.
Which is pretty big.
Yeah.
Which is actually earlier than expected.
It is. Now,
yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
They say. I mean, we're close, but we'll see what happens for sure. So somebody said, go back up just a little bit on the chat, by the way. Go back up just a little bit. Can I use your "some people are low IQ" quote when responding to people on Twitter? I want the BitSquad to use all the quotes, all the things. Yeah, I definitely want you to say low IQ. It's a great move. Okay. These people. Institutional staking won't take off unless asset locked up. Coinbase CFO. Let's see here. Institutional staking of crypto assets, including the post-merge Ethereum, could become a phenomenon in the future, but not while their assets still need to be locked up. They reaffirm the issue is something we're looking to solve, yada, yada, yada. Let's see.
Basically, it's not going to be instantly available to withdraw. It's going to take time. They got to build it in, yada, yada, yada.
To withdraw. Well, it's supposed to take 6 months to withdraw a regular validator node.
Right.
So is this lining up with that, I wonder?
Yeah, it's basically saying if all this institutional money comes in and starts staking it and they're ready to take their returns from staking, it's not necessarily as easy and it's not like what they're used to. Yeah. So you're going to have to do some work before big money comes in, more or less.
Well, I tell you, the institutions, man, they are certainly starting to look at Ethereum for sure. And guys, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm the only person who says this. I don't hear other people saying this. Ethereum is not an altcoin. Ethereum has now transcended that. Bitcoin and Ethereum are now Bitcoin and Ethereum. The rest of the market, altcoins. That's the way that it works. Ethereum is now in that rare air. It is up there with Bitcoin. I believe it will pass Bitcoin in this market cycle. I believed in the last one it could if Bitcoin hit 100K. Did not hit that. We didn't get the altcoin season following that, obviously. But if it happened then, I think it was going to be temporary. Now, when Ethereum passes Bitcoin, I think it's going to be permanent. And man, we are having the biggest party you've ever seen the day that happens. I don't know what we're going to do.
The Ether Bunny definitely has to reappear.
Yes, definitely the Ether Bunny's got to
maybe the ape alongside him.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
3 cryptos that stand to outperform ETH price thanks to Ethereum's merge. Now, look, yeah, you do need 32 ETH to stake as a validator. That's correct. But to stake on an exchange, they're going to take 25% of your returns, but you don't have to have that. But obviously, it'd be better if you had 32 ETH. Look, when you look at things like the merge, when you look at things like mainnets getting launched, there are events that occur that basically end up having an effect on other cryptos down the line. So you saw it with NFTs, right? You would have these NFTs pumping, and then you'd have some related projects, and they would start going up as well. Same thing with Metaverse, right? Metaverse started getting popular, and then now Filecoin and some of these others where you need some bandwidth. I think they're going to be affected by that. There are 3 cryptos here that Cointelegraph says are going to be affected due to the merge. First one is Lido DAO. This actually is very interesting. It's got the #1 amount of ETH staked on it right now. Right?
That's what they said?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's in this article.
This major staking requirement has opened up opportunities for middlemen, platforms to collect Ether from underfunded stakers and put the proceeds together to become validators on the Ethereum blockchain. Lido DAO is one of them. I want to say this about Lido DAO. I want to say this about another one of these coins as well in this list that we'll talk about. They've already had really, really big pumps. I mean, if you look at coin market cap and let's see.
And a lot of this is the reason we've seen that run up. And it could be just as priced in as Ethereum. So that's why we put short-term play, because that's a great point.
But if you look here, it's up 1.71 for the week. But if we do the all, you'll see it's from the bottom, basically around the Terra Luna stuff, I think. It spiked after that. So it's on a good run. Basically, I would be looking for it to make a higher high. It really needs to make a higher high probably than this here to be able to get me feeling really bullish on it. It may have a retrace. I just don't want you guys to run out. Like, this article isn't saying go buy all these coins right now. I just want you guys to be careful with that because it has been on a big pump lately. Ethereum Classic, obviously, another asset that's grabbed the bull's attention in recent weeks, primarily due to its potential to provide a safe haven for miners exiting the network. I could understand. I told you guys that there is a stake. There is a proof of work. Ethereum's still going to be out there. It is Ethereum Classic. Going to be much more successful than a new fork. So I do think the miners will end up moving over here. Could see some positivity from it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, what's Ethereum Classic good for? I still struggle with that. So on this one, this is a meme coin at this point.
Yeah, I would put it very similar to Doge in the sense there's a community there.
Yeah.
You can mine it. You can trade it. There's liquidity. And that's
it's Lido, not Lido.
Lido. Yeah.
Lido. Tomato.
Yeah.
Ethereum Classic. So that's one. Be careful with that one. Optimism. Now, the reason I say have a warning about optimism is it's also pumped. It hit all-time highs recently. So be careful. But if Ethereum does start to run, obviously optimism is going to have a good run as well. In other words, optimism aggregates mass transaction data off-chain into batches and releases results back to the Ethereum mainnet when a consensus is reached.
There you see that pump right there. Shows it underneath.
Yep.
Yeah. So you can see. Careful.
Yep. So it has retraced a little bit. This actually may not be the worst time to get into optimism, to be honest with you, because you're looking here. It looks like it's kind of bouncing off support potentially. And if Ethereum is going to continue moving, at least in the short term, it could be due to make another new all-time high here. Looking at this chart, so
and
I might actually add this in portfolio now that I'm really looking at this chart.
Yeah, all things that could potential from what's changing here. Now, not saying for sure they will. Obviously, it's very unknown territory we're going into. But if you're looking for swing trades or plays, these are a couple to look at.
Yeah. Okay, let's move. Also, Polygon. Take Polygon into consideration as well. Polygon is definitely something that will pump. I'm sure of it. Can't guarantee it, but I am sure of it as the market moves. Polygon always gets a lot of benefits when Ethereum is moving. It outperformed Ethereum. Now, look, when we say Ethereum is once in a lifetime opportunity here, you got to keep in mind that there are coins that will outperform Ethereum. But when you roll in the risk and reward together, you can't beat Ethereum, in my opinion.
I agree.
What?
I agree.
That's right. Netherlands arrests suspected tornado cash dev, says after U.S. sanctions. Dutch financial crimes agency Fiat arrested a 29-year-old developer in Amsterdam on Wednesday over suspected involvement in laundering money through the crypto mixer Tornado Cash. Tornado Cash's protocol and its user interface are open source, meaning that anyone can contribute to its code. Do we discuss all the people that they sent this to recently?
I don't remember if it got discussed when it.
Here it is, right here. Actually.
Okay.
In an apparent act of defiance, one anonymous user recently sent small amounts of Ether via the protocol to celebrities with known blockchain addresses, including Shaq and Jimmy Fallon. I also heard somebody said they sent something to me, but there's no way they would even know probably what one of my ETH addresses is. I don't even know what my ETH addresses are. So maybe they did, maybe they don't. I don't know. I don't manage any of it. But they said they sent it to several big name people in crypto that they have public addresses for. Because the idea is it's illegal to have Tornado Cash, mixed Bitcoin in your address, in your wallet. So they're just sending it to everybody now. So everybody's illegal now, So we've told you guys always do not use mixers. They're really dangerous. It is literally considered money laundering.
Especially now. So, and I said a couple weeks ago, we actually met one of the guys who was involved in the beginning of Tornado Cash. Whew, stay away. That's what I got to say. I was like, oh. Yeah, we immediately backed up.
Yeah, we looked at each other like.
Because This was back when it was brand new. I think
Yeah.
it had just hit the market. We had just covered it on the live stream, and it was like, okay, well, interesting.
No,
And to be
the
fair,
next day,
it was a layer or two removed of knowing the guy that knew the guy that invested
Right.
type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it definitely was something that gave me some pause. So, Tornado Cash DAO discusses legal avenues, challenge U.S. sanctions. Guys, you're not going to be able to. People aren't going to be able to use Tornado Cash. Like, this is something they're trying, but it doesn't make any sense. Tornado DAO members are currently discussing ways the community can challenge the recent sanctions posed on Tornado Cash by the U.S. Treasury. Guys, if you want to keep your money private, use Monero. Like, there's no point to try to use something that's not a privacy coin. Bitcoin is not a privacy coin, and you can't clean your Bitcoin. That's money laundering. Do we want crypto to be a viable asset in the United States? Yeah. Well, guess what? You can't money launder with it. It's just common sense, y'all. Okay. Other court respondents also called Tornado Cash to be forked using protocols code to create other variants, yada, yada, yada. And guys, don't forget, if you want to keep your crypto safe, by the way, make sure to use a Ledger hardware wallet. But we did that Ledger hardware we did a triple review of 3 hardware wallets. And, we were looking at the affiliate numbers from that, people that bought different wallets. The Ledger is overwhelmingly the one that people want. Yep. Overwhelmingly. It's not even close. We believe there are other wallets out there that are great, like the Trezor. The Elipal wallet, there's several out there. Arculus, we think, is a decent one. But the people love the Ledger, and they continue to love the Ledger. So you want to throw the Ledger link up there in the chat. Yes. People can go check that out if you haven't already. There's no excuse for you not to own a Ledger. It can be complicated, but you got to learn how to use one. We're going to be doing a tutorial video here in the future. So, all right, moving on here. U.S. Democratic senators want crypto guidance revoked. We are concerned. This is a letter from 3 Democratic senators led by Elizabeth the banking broad Warren here. We're concerned that the OCC's actions on crypto may have exposed the banking system to unnecessary risk, and that you would draw existing interpretive letters that permitted banks to engage in certain crypto-related activities. The letter, which includes a series of questions on OCC-regulated banks' crypto activities, also urges the controller to engage the Federal Reserve, Federal Deposit Insurance Corp, to develop a comprehensive approach that adequately protects consumers and the safety and soundness of the banking system. The letter comes hours after the Department of Labor released the Consumer Index report that bumped up the crypto markets, taking pressure off the Fed, yada, yada, yada. Who are the other 2, I wonder? Let's throw them on the permanently dead to me list. Senator Dick Durbin. Old Dick Durbin. I tell you what, that guy, he's a dick. Bernie Sanders from Vermont.
Is that different, or is it the same guy?
Wait, hold on. I'm looking here. 3 Democratic senators led by Senator Warren, but here it says 3 others. I guess there were 4. I think 4. She led 3 others. It looks like there were 4 total. So you got the Dick Durbin, you got Bernie Sanders, and Sheldon Whitehouse. I don't know anything about Sheldon Whitehouse from Rhode Island. Can't believe Bernie Sanders is still alive. I didn't even know. I thought, wasn't there a big meme of him dead somewhere? Like he was sitting in a chair dead. He was floating around the internet everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought he cashed out. So I guess that,
That's Weekend at Bernie's.
That's Weekend at Bernie's. What a great movie. Weekend at Bernie's. It is very dark and it is very morbid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid and I watched it, I was like, oh, it's so funny. They're carrying around their dead boss. No. That is an extremely morbid movie. You want to be terrified? Go watch the way they treat a dead man. It's very concerning. Oh, why? To get laid. That's literally what the movie's about. That's what it's about. So they can get some girls. They take their dead boss's body and parade him around as he's still alive. What an incredible movie that is. Weekend at Bernie's. All right. So there you go. Top U.S. regulatory agencies seek to mandate new crypto disclosure guidelines for private funds. According to a recent press release, U.S. SEC, in conjunction with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, is proposing enhanced reporting rules for large private funds. This is what's funny because Gary Gensler has a fund that he didn't register, but he said in the decade since the SEC and CFTC jointly adopted Form PF, regulators have gained vital insight with respect to private funds. Since then, the private fund industry has grown in gross asset value by 150% and evolved in terms of business practices, complexity, and investment strategies. Please to support the proposal. If adopted, it would improve the quality of the information we're receiving for all filers. Help protect investors, yada, yada, yada. It will help us tell investors they're stupid, is what he's really saying. Private fund investors, typically institutional investors, such as insurance companies, university endowments, pension funds, and high income and high and net worth individuals, are capable of making their own risk assessments. Well,
What about everybody else?
can you believe this?
Yeah.
The audacity of this guy to just continue to come out and berate the public. It is absolutely insane. High net worth individuals, they can make their own decisions.
Yeah.
They're smarter than you. Well, if they have money, they know what they're doing and you don't. Trust fund babies, people that win the lottery, people that, get lucky through some ways and create a fortune, inheritance. I mean, not necessarily lucky if someone dies, but what I'm saying is that does not mean you're smart. Just because you have money, that does not mean you know what you're doing with it. Guess what? Go ask MC Hammer. Okay, go ask what was it called? Broke was the name of the ESPN 30 for 30.
That's
the
a great
detailed
one.
athlete after athlete after athlete. Why? They're able to make their own financial decisions because they have a lot of money. Doesn't mean anything. You take people who have had nothing their entire lives and give them money overnight, and all of a sudden now they know what they're doing. This is why the SEC wants you to know that you are an idiot. If you are a normal person and you do not have a high 6-figure or 7-figure net worth, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. We have to help you. We want to, we want to put the little the yellow pages in the chair so you can reach the table, so you can eat from the financial world. You remember when we used to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You had to do that for kids. You didn't have a high chair. You put a yellow pages in the chair so you could eat. Guess what? The SEC wants to be your yellow pages. Half the people watching don't even know what a yellow pages is. I think the vast majority of our people do, but
Yeah, they probably do.
that's what they want you to know how stupid you are. You're not allowed to do anything unless they give you permission, and only the SEC knows what they're doing. Absolutely insane. And these are the reasons why I literally cannot stand this guy. Polkadot has a decentralized version of wrapped Bitcoin. So how about this? Polkadot, definitely something to check out. I believe Polkadot's going to have a good run. Q&A, would you buy a full Bitcoin at 10K with a 25K portfolio, or would you focus on ETH? I think 25K, or I think 50K and up, you should look at getting a Bitcoin. I think below 25K, I think there's better ways to get to a Bitcoin than starting with Bitcoin. So, Interlay, a decentralized stablecoin network, has launched InterBTC, or iBTC, a wrapped Bitcoin token. Wrapped tokens are synthetic versions of crypto assets, so they can trade on different blockchains. It was launched on Polkadot. It can be redeemed directly under the Bitcoin blockchain. What's the difference about this one? The traditional wrapped Bitcoin ecosystem has one glaring weakness: centralization. In order to obtain WBTC, users must give Bitcoin custody to trusted third parties. Given the recent developments in the DeFi community, a more decentralized and trustless solution would be significantly better. Interlay followed in MakerDAO's footsteps, which MakerDAO has some interesting news. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. By incorporating over-collateralized and decentralized vaults. This is a visual representation of how it looks. Try to figure that out. Okay. Akala, a stablecoin and trading platform, one that we like, as well as Moonbeam, another one we like, is Ethereum-compatible smart contract platforms, are two Polkadot applications where it can be used. I'm just not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure if, how far in advance Polkadot's ecosystem is right now. We know they had their first parachain auctions last year, I think, late last year, and they all got scooped up, and I think they're being built. But as Polkadot gets a little more developed, we certainly bring back on Crypto's Chain. He's the expert on Polkadot. He knows everything about Polkadot. But obviously, Polkadot right now is not at the same place where Cardano is, or where Ethereum is, or anything like that. Do you know anything running on Polkadot right now?
Not off the top of my head,
Most
other
people
than
don't.
we just read,
Yeah.
those two. And it's interesting, like you're saying, it's very obviously it's just starting to create that DeFi ecosystem with things like this.
Yeah.
That being said, it's we're seeing glaring weaknesses DeFi isn't really as DeFi as they want you to believe on Ethereum, especially with you see this Tornado Cash thing, Sparks blacklisting addresses, USDC and Circle fits right into that. You know, MakerDAO now realizing like, oh, half of our stable coin is backed by USDC. You know, we need to get rid of that. That was actually a really good tweet. I can't remember who did it that was talking. Basically, Ethereum, they were talking at the MakerDAO treasury of selling all of their USDC for ETH, which obviously would be great for the price of Ethereum. But Vitalik came out and said, actually, guys, that's not very smart because what happens if he drops dramatic? Like if he goes down 50%, your DAO is done.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, imagine Michael Saylor coming out and advocating against somebody buying billions of dollars of Bitcoin to push the price up for decentralization purposes. It wouldn't happen. It was a really interesting comparison to me.
So I see there's a lot of people in here that are saying that, let's see. Let me see if I can find something. I don't know if this is true. If I can find this. A lot of people are saying I'm hating on Polkadot. I'm not hating on Polkadot.
No.
I'm not hating on it at all. I've actually said, I think it's the only one I kind of leave out there laying, like, I want to see how it develops. It could challenge Cardano. It could challenge Ethereum down the road. Potentially. There are people that believe that that's not true, by the way. They believe that interoperability focus will actually keep it from getting there. I don't think that's necessarily true, but some people smarter than me in blockchain have said that. But what I would say is this, is that for people who are in here saying Cardano, nothing right, you're wrong. Cardano's got a very vibrant ecosystem. There are exchanges already running on it, Sunday Swap, among others. There's not one transaction per month on Cardano. The Cardano NFT community is massive. The volume is insane over there for that. So yes, it has been running. There are plenty of NFT projects on it. I'm waiting to see that kind of development for Polkadot, where people are using that. Somebody brought up the chat that, you know, somebody said, well, it's just not being adopted. Well, maybe that may be part of it right now. But if I wanted to go do something on Polkadot right now, I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't know where to go. Well, Cardano, I know where to go. I go to JPEG Store, you know, for instance, or Sunday Swap. I don't know where I go with Polkadot. I think most people don't. So if they're there, but need to do a better job of letting people know, because I don't know. So, okay. And somebody also said, I saw another chat, somebody said, you know, YouTubers use the phrase smart money and dumb money, and that adds to the effect of calling people dumb. That I understand that viewpoint. It's just a term. Like, it's literally an investment glossary term.
It's like,
it doesn't mean dumb and smart, really. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, it's like saying bearish and bullish is contributing to animal cruelty. It's like, no, it's not.
Not my bear hunt. So the idea is dumb money literally means retail investors. I'm dumb money. I'm a retail investor. I think we're accredited now, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I personally, I'm a retail investor. I make moves like retail investors do. Smart money is institutional. It's smart because they have enough money to affect the market and make it do what it does. So you want to do what those people are doing and match what those people are doing, not operating on your own. That's what dumb money and smart money means. It's not about your IQ. It's not about low IQ and high IQ. You know, we're definitely not saying that. We say low IQ on this channel a lot. All right, MakerDAO founder plans to sell 3.5 billion USDC backing for Ethereum. It risks the DAI peg. People are really nervous about this. DAI is 32% backed by USDC stablecoin, as like TJ said. Excuse me. Talking about Tornado Cash, following the ban, center of the consortium behind USDC, blacklisted 38 addresses and froze 75,000 in USDC that they had. Is now bound 81 total. Unlike Tether's USDT or Circle's USDC, both are controlled from a central point. Talking about DAI and MakerDAO. So let's see. Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum, criticized Christensen's plan to convert MakerDAO to 3.5 billion into ETH. He said it seems like a terrible idea. If he drops a lot of value of collateral, would go way down. The CDPs would not get liquidated, so the whole system would risk becoming a fractional reserve. There you go. I mean, he says it right here. I mean, this is not what you want. We see what happens when you're over collateralized, you know, like with Celsius.
Well, I think it's just really nice to see him come out and make a statement that what he really thinks is best for the environment, not what's best for him or best for the price, where we haven't seen that in a lot of other assets.
Buckslayer with a super chat, he says there's no way the bottom can be in with so much negative crap going on in the macro. All the bullishness with many influencers and positive outlooks from government make me think all markets will tank hard. I mean, I'm right there with you. I believe this too. What I'm hoping is I'm hoping it's a dramatic drop and bounce, not a, not like the cycles change and we see 2 years of bear market. People like Crypto Savvy believe that. He thinks we're getting a 5 or 10 year bear market. I don't understand, I don't understand his idea that there's never been a bear market for Bitcoin. Like, I don't understand that. 85% drawdowns, 90% one cycle for Bitcoin. Like, I think that is a bear market, but he has his opinion. And guys, here's the thing. He could be right. I mean, I don't think he's right, but he could be. I'm definitely open to the possibility that Bitcoin goes extremely low and it's a 5 or 10 year bear market. I'm open to that possibility. I think it's a small chance, but you can't sell yourself short and believe that that's not a possibility because we don't know. Black swan events, you don't know what is coming in the future. You got to take in all the information. So it's good when you have these people that are extremely negative to add into your information bank that you have. That is a possibility. But I definitely believe that we're going to see a good balance next year. So, okay, let's see here. Japanese banking giant Shinshi offers $60 in XRP or Bitcoin to lure in new customers. If you're in the XRP army, make sure to throw the X out. We had plenty of the XRP army represented in Toronto. People love XRP that love it. Not everybody loves it, but those that do, they definitely are big fans. And this community is really, really strong. So now what we're seeing is a bank is using XRP to lure new customers. I mean, this isn't going to have an effect really on the price of XRP or anything like this. What this tells you is these are the coins that people are interested in. They're interested in XRP for sure. And in Japan, there's a lot of movement with XRP as there's banks over there using ODL, using the on-demand liquidity. So, hey, Ben, just want to let you know we all love your sample portfolio video, and it's possible you do something so we get real-time updates on it. Love from India. Yeah, we are maybe working on that. I am going to do a video today. We're going to, I'm thinking, damn, take some profits. What do you think?
Yeah.
Might take some profits in that portfolio. Good way to diversify. And maybe keep the same dollar amount in one asset and maybe move up with some other ones. So telling you, look at that optimism chart, especially for the 25K one. I might go ahead and throw some in there. New Ripple report reveals 76% of financial institutions expect to use crypto by 2025. That's so many people. 76% of worldwide financial institutions want to utilize cryptocurrency over the next 3 years, provided the legislation permits it, according to the global study conducted by Ripple, published on August 11th. As more specifically why they would store crypto, 50% of respondents named it as a hedge against inflation, a currency for making payments, or an asset to lend, or collateral for borrowing is one of the top 3 reasons for doing it. Guys, there's this argument that Bitcoin is not a hedge against inflation. It's because people look at it in the micro. They look at this year, it hadn't been great. Look at it over the last 10 years. Yeah. Nothing's ever been better. Literally, nothing's been better. So when people say it's a hedge against inflation, they're looking at long-term. They're not looking at short-term.
It's interesting. We're starting to see a lot of reports saying very bullish things about 2025, which obviously makes sense with the cycle.
Yeah.
So,
well, what's funny. Here, let me tell you what would be hilarious. We're going to bottom at the end of this year. 2024, we have the halving. It goes up. We're going to hit new Bitcoin all-time high sometime around, December of 2024. 2025 is going to rip massively. And you know what people are going to say? Bitcoin cycles are invalid.
Yeah.
The cycles are invalid. Yeah, they don't even work. How can you use that? You can't use that information.
This time it's different.
This time it's different.
Too much adoption.
They told you the entire last 4 years it was different. It was the exact same. So the numbers, we had diminishing returns just like always, a little more diminished than we were hoping for. But guys, the timeline works, and you're starting to see nothing to do with the halving. Just 2025 is going to be a great year. Guys, stick with those cycles. You're going to be okay until you're not. But so far, they've worked very well. I mean, one day it won't work 100% forever.
Right.
But generally, I do think we're going to see for a long time, at least long enough to get you rich. All right, let's go and do Q&A here. I'll do quick hits. Over 1,900 block producing nodes in the Solana ecosystem, so it's growing a little bit, right? India authorities freeze Vald's exchange assets worth $46.5 million. So this is a big deal right here. If you have Vald, the India's Enforcement Directorate, country's economic crime unit, Thursday froze 3.7 billion rupees. Man, I never had that much on Zelda. In assets at the struggling crypto exchange, Vald, local media reported. I thought somebody said they were going to buy this, right? Let's see. Nexo's going to buy them? Doing due diligence. Well, this probably ain't going to help. So, All right. Then we've got Paradigm and FTX team to launch crypto futures spread trading. Let's see. This is not in the U.S. probably, I don't think. So won't really affect most of the viewers. Lightning Network app Strike touts a new Visa card. So there you go. Another way for you to spend your Bitcoin that you shouldn't spend. UOB founder in talks to sell majority stake at $3 billion. That might be what tokens up. Yada, yada, yada. So what is this? Oh, no. Oh, that's the wallet. That's the wallet where we're at right now. Okay. 417 on this one, 124 on this one, 16 on this one. It says updating. I don't think this is accurate. We'll see. I'll see when we do the video later. All right, let's go to Q&A.
Real quick, Ben, what would you DC it into with $500 a month?
Like just one coin?
Yeah.
That's a great question. If I only had to pick one, I'm probably gonna surprise a lot of people. I think I'd probably say right now. I mean, Polygon maybe. If you're looking at Ethereum urge crushing it, Polygon always outperforms Ethereum. I know people expect me to say XRP. I'm not gonna say XRP. Why? Case is not over. So it makes it a little risky. Cardano, I would definitely say up there. Ethereum is the safest bet.
Yeah, I would have picked the ETH.
But if you're, let's say 500 and you're looking to really try to create a powerful portfolio, I definitely wouldn't say any of those coins that we looked at today that because of some of the runs some of them have been on. But I'm telling you, man, I would look at Polygon as basically an extension of Ethereum. Ethereum's the easy move. Ethereum's the easy one.
Yeah.
XRP's a little riskier. Cardano, going to do really well. I'm trying to think a little outside of the box here. Kind of some stuff we talked about today. I consider Polygon, honestly.
All right. Rob with a super chat. I have 0.6 BTC, 5 ETH, 7,080, 11,000 XRP, 4,800 H bar. I also have smaller positions and a couple other things. How does this look moving into the next bull market?
I think it looks good. I would say, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty balanced.
It's pretty balanced. I would say that you would want some exposure to. If there's anything else you want exposure to,
Cosmos maybe.
No, I wouldn't put Cosmos. Cosmos just serially underperforms. I like Cosmos. I hope this will be the cycle that it doesn't underperform. But I just wouldn't.
I put Cosmos and DOT pretty similar because they're both going
DOT?
for interoperability.
Well, yeah, I mean, from a technical standpoint, yeah, that's true. Polkadot just has better marketing and a better track record of pumping.
Exactly.
Look, other coins we like, other coins we like. If you're looking to add to that portfolio, that's a good balanced portfolio.
Yeah.
I might just tell you, it's a good balanced portfolio.
You're looking good going to the bull market.
You are looking good. Other coins you might want to consider: Polygon, Algorand, Sandbox, FTT, BNB. There's some other ones to consider to add. But I think it's a good balance. I think you'll do very well with that.
Just kind of touched on some of that. I had one more, but I lost it.
Yeah, we had so many super chats we missed too. I had a lot of good questions.
Both of those were super chats.
Oh, they were. Those are some other ones we missed.
Yeah.
I think there were some other ones we missed, but we try to do the best we can to hit the super chats, guys. It just is what it is. But I've got a video I got to go record. I'm not commenting on that Buckslayer. I'm not doing it. All right, guys, that's all we got for today, though. I hope you guys have a really good weekend. We'll have a portfolio video out later tonight in the spot from the usual 9 o'clock video. And we got some great videos for you guys this weekend. That's all I got. Be blessed. Bye-bye.
Oh, I didn't even do the music until I'm tired. Sorry, guys. I'll show you.